Okay, I have had a tremendous afternoon here trying to get the surface pattern for the countertops to realign, and I thought I could do like three different sections of countertop here and get the butcher block pattern to align to the direction that I want them to go. I have researched and I have tried all kinds of things, and I can't get it to work. If you guys can figure something out, then hallelujah, help me out with it. Tell me something. But I can't get it to change the alignments. Even when I copy and create a new material bitmap and I place it, it still ties everything together in the same direction. It's bizarre. Anyway, so what I did is I did some detail lines here across the back. I set this one 4.5 inches off the back of the cabinet, not the plywood wall, but the back of the cabinet, because I did this one 4.5 inches off the back of the cabinet. This one is 1'4" off of the back of the cabinet. Okay, and then across the front, I did them at 1 inch. Uh, in retrospect, you probably don't need to do the detail lines. We could do it when you're making the cabinet in retrospect, or when you're making the countertop. Okay, since I was trying to make this in three different pieces, so I did this to come up with the bisect lines. Um, but I don't need those since I can't do it in three different pieces. So we're going to do it the same process we did over here for this one. Uh, we'll go model in place, casework, countertop. I don't know. I've been doing so many of these things. I don't know what's that. So extrusion. I use the same settings that I had over on the other one for my heights. And let's see, material. Yeah, countertop butcher. And we can go ahead and change our graphics to not show up in plan view. Okay. And now I'm going to go pick lines. And then here I'm going to go face of drywall, face of drywall. I want face of drywall. I don't want cabinet. There we go. Same thing down here, face of drywall. And then my 1 inch line. Of course, if you're just drawing these, then you can just draw them and offset them. I am going to come 1 inch off out here. So I'm going to go ahead and put me a 1 inch offset there and pick the edge of that. And now let's trim everything up. Okay, that looks good. Finish my model. Oh, I didn't put my lines in. So let's come back here, edit in place, go back to my first floor plan. My symbolic lines. Whoop, what happened? Hmm. That's kind of weird. I wonder what happened with that. I may have to go back in and look at that. Finish the model because they're not showing. Let me see if they're underneath there. So let me, there they are. Okay, they were underneath my my detail lines. Okay, so there's the, and you can see the pattern just runs east to west on the house. Every time I try to do it in three different pieces, I create new materials and assign a new material and an image to this one and rotate it, it would rotate all of them. So I don't know what's going on with that. So it was a great idea, but it's just not working. And same way that this one is not. Anyway, so that is the countertop for the main island. And what we'll do is we'll drop a sink in here and then cut a hole after you put the sink in and place it, get it centered up, and then we'll cut a hole through the countertop for the sink. You should be able to do that, I think, without a problem. We shall see, huh? Okay, if you got questions, come on and see me. Okay, another little snafu that we've run into. I've dropped in the sink. I brought in a Revit sink. Of course, it's a 42-inch sink, so I have to duplicate it, edit it, and made it a 33-inch sink. Okay, and I've got it in my countertop, and I've got it centered left to right, and I've got it where I want it front to back here. And so I have to go into my countertop that I created and go edit, in place and edit in place again, click it here, and I go back to my first floor. Now what I want to do is I'm going to create a void extrusion. And my distances there will be the same. And let's try a 1-inch offset. And then we select that and we go cut. Okay, and let's go back to, let's finish it. Go back to our model. And so there's my sink opening. And let's look at it here. Looks good there in 3D. First floor plan looks like, normal because the countertop is not showing up anyway in there. Okay, so that was, man, this thing turned out to be worse than I thought it was going to be. But we've got it done. It's working. Everything's looking good. If you've got questions, come by the lab, get some help, shoot me an email, and we'll get it worked through.